GM Jim, welcome to this week's episode of the deck building series with HK and myself. HK, how are you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. It's happy it's the weekend and had a late night. But yeah, yeah, doing good, doing good.
And then this week we are welcomed with very special guest, Ray. And for those who don't know, he is part of the Bodogos core team, a big time fantasy player, the brains behind the Daily Bone. Ray, how are you? Thank you for being here.
I'm feeling great. Really excited to be on. Excited to turn things around. I've been really upset about my deck's performance, and I'm coming to the experts for help. So I'm pumped to be here. I've been listening to your show, so real fired up to be on.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely in the right place. You've got I do really well, but it's not as well as the big brain himself, HK. So anytime you get plugged into HK directly, you got a super unfair advantage. So definitely in the right place. HK, what's on your mind about the ecosystem?
Yeah, no, I think as last week, things are pretty much similar, right? We've got a lot of one-star heroes this week, like Mixie, Evan Van Ness, Pentoshi, right? So I think deck building is a lot more easier this week. You still got your few heroes that are kind of like a bit on the edge, like Kaleo. You still don't know whether he's going to post. Thread guy just randomly started posting yesterday, and yeah, it's one of those where each week you kind of have to play it safe and then play a few risky decks and see how it goes. Last week, Jing Tao kind of messed all my reverse decks up. Um, he reactivated his account and then deactivated again. uh, but yeah, I think the market's pretty steady at the moment. The floor's kind of settled at like 0.005 ETH. The top cards are still priced accordingly, right? People are still are after the top cards. But yeah, looking forward to next week's tournament and yeah, yeah, all go. I think currently in terms of sort of the number of decks being submitted, players is pretty consistent as well. So yeah, I think the players are still here, but everyone's looking forward to the new hero system, which might be coming soon in the next few weeks. So yeah, a lot of things coming ahead. Uh, Thoughts on that, Ray?
So I'm basically out of touch. Basically, my workflow with fantasy is basically just throwing decks together on Sunday or Monday. So I'm like absolutely completely out of touch. Like new hero system is like completely like out of like left field for me. Like what's going on with that? Is that something that's like coming up? Is there any news about like what that could look like or how exactly does that work?
Go on,
I'll let
Carpenter.
you touch that, HK.
I got
Well, I can kind of touch on it. I know what that looks like. I'm just not at liberty to be able to say it yet until the like core team comes out with it.
Okay.
So I am part of the like community team now. So I have to be super careful kind of what I say. But HK is also pretty tied in.
yeah.
He
I,
is
I can
in there
quickly
as well.
I can quickly touch upon it. I think essentially, recently, I don't know if you've seen, there's so many inactive heroes, right? But I think without giving, uh, without Carpenter saying too much of what's going to happen, but it's essentially going to solve that issue of, having like unplayable cards, right? Essentially right now, if you look at the bottom tier heroes, there's so many that just don't post, uh, and then you can just expect a zero. You can just expect a zero every week from them. So I think that's the main thing the team are looking to solve. So yeah, that's mainly it for now. But yeah, Simon Ten did say that on the space yesterday that it's coming soon. So let's just see what happens.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically a change to like the hero structure, where it could like sort of like what we saw with like burning and fragments, like helping like to relieve a little bit of junk cards in a way to like recycle them, something that will also look to aid in cards that may be like dying or dead, which I have a ton of. So I'm looking forward to that change. Maybe holding cards that are dead might make sense. We'll see.
Yeah. And so like we
Yeah.
were kind of talking about HK were kind of talking about it before you hopped on backstage is so each week what we do is like instead of I used to do big time I'd burn the bad cards. and then try to like re-roll them, but instead like selling them because then you get that ETH, and then there for a long time until like I wanted to build the portfolio up, and so I would just turn those into new cards right each week instead of taking 8 cards, getting maybe one good one, and then taking those other 7, spinning the wheel, getting another or buying packs, getting 3 more cards, then burning those, and to the point where I have maybe 2 cards left. Instead, selling that to where if you get, let's just say, 8 cards, that's we'll say 0.05 a piece. So there's 0.04 or 0.005 a piece. So that would be 0.04. That'd get you a couple good commons, or a couple mid-range or a mid-range rare, which is a really good kind of strategy that HK put me on.
Yeah, I definitely like that. Because like you're seeing a bid on like 0.005 is like basically like the general floor bid. I've been doing kind of the same as you with those fragments, but then I like did that like I did like a mass overhaul where I had probably burnt like 60 cards. And then like re-rolled and I got junk and I was like, okay, I'm not doing that again. Like that was clearly not the play. Like selling them is probably the play. So maybe we'll do some of that today, but like we'll get through some of these very, very floor cards and like just absolutely lose them. I'm like scrolling through my portfolio now to like figure out like what I'm like looking at, like probably ditching that makes sense. Jumping out at me like immediate is like Mod. He's been like just never somebody who's performed. Wab sometimes does, but like it's very hard to like predict when. So like going through some of these, I'll probably end up just like bulk selling. Maybe we could do something where I just like say a name and you guys both just go like keep or sell, and whenever you guys agree, I'm just gonna like just launch them.
Let's go. I like that.
All right, let's start it off.
Go ahead.
Mod.
Yeah, let's get
Launch.
Yeah, sell. Yeah.
Yeah, launch that boy.
Is there a way to like accept bids on like multiple at the same time?
No, but that is something I think that is gonna get, once everything kind of calms down, is something that could be implemented.
Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna take a little too long. So maybe what I can do is I'll just
kind of while you're doing that,
I'll mark them and I'll like do it in the background as we're talking about like the rest of like this stuff, and then we'll figure out what to do with the ETH. All right, so let's just get the names then. So we'll start at the bottom and we'll work our way up with ones that I don't.
You have a lot of cards.
Yeah. All right. So we said Mod. L.
Gandhi.
Yeah. I'd say L. Wab. For now, Wab. Yeah. He hasn't. Yeah, he's blanked 3 tournaments in a row, so it's not looking good.
Fubar.
Gone.
Yeah.
Intuido.
Oh, could keep him.
I'd say
for when Bull comes back, but I don't know when that will be.
I'm maybe
either.
You can let go of 2 of him, and
Oh yeah, you have 5.
Yeah, you got 5. So like I said, you can let go of 2, and sometimes it's worth just putting him in one deck just in case he posts. I always do that myself. So, but
probably the same.
Yeah,
you could be.
Nah,
I would. I don't know.
5 of him.
I have a rare of him, and I'm keeping him.
Yeah, I'd say it's selling 2 of each of Intuiti on BDB won't hurt you in any way, right?
So Pentoshi's obviously a keep.
Yeah, that's a keep. No,
that's a keep and play this week.
Yeah, same with Evan Van Ness.
Definitely keep him and play him. He's gonna be a huge player for you this week.
I've got 4 of those, 4 of each of those. So that sounds like
a
common deck.
You're gonna be huge.
I've got 12 gens that I bought.
So
coming back.
Jen's our guest next week on this show, so I don't think it's personally Jen, but I would get rid of a good chunk of those.
I've got 2 Gen rares. Like I went heavy on Jen when I thought she was coming back, and like ended up not coming back. Like
hopefully next week we can get her to come back. So that's why I don't want to get rid of all of them, but I'd get rid of some.
Okay, Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
I'm gonna pass that to HK because I know what I would do, and I'd.
So Jim was a decent card like maybe 2 months ago, right? He kind of just went into like he just went quiet all of a sudden, right?
Hibernation.
And now if he ever posts, he barely gets any engagement. Like he posted last tournament and when he got like 50 as a score, like that's pretty terrible, right? So
he messed his algo up.
I've sold my gyms, but eventually, hopefully, he can come back eventually. But I don't have any hope
Okay.
him being
Yeah,
a
I was looking at like
decent hero.
him and like Intuito as like DB lights, but essentially, if that sounds like Jim's not getting the engagement even when he posts, that's just a cut.
Yeah, like I'd
Yeah,
say Intuitu's more of a DB light, yeah, but Jim's
100%.
kind of
Yeah,
just messed himself up. I'd say get rid of him because we're trying to fix your portfolio now, right? And yeah, because yeah, I'd say go with him, get rid of him.
yeah,
What about Kippet?
Bye, Ski. Bye.
yeah. One thing I would say is I can see you've got a lot of floor cards now. I don't know when this new hero system is going to come into play, but there's a potential chance that you might get a lot of cards replaced, and potentially you might get good ones somehow, right? So
So
when you
maybe keep
say
a couple.
when you say I would say maybe count how many you've got that you're going to sell, and maybe only sell 60% of those, and
Yeah,
maybe keep that 40%, so that because the prices have bottomed out on those heroes, right? They're never going to go much lower than you've got them at currently, right?
Right.
So
true.
selling them now, you kind of just want maybe 60% to get some more liquidity and pull
Mhm.
into some other better cards, and then 40% you keep because you know eventually there's going to be new heroes coming, and you know you might get lucky. You know some of them heroes that get replaced might be bad at the start, but turn out to be good cards. Because
That's what I
Kaleo,
mean.
when
GG.
when Kaleo came in first, he was a floor card, and everyone just ignored him. Then Clem was the one that first sweeped him, and then eventually he came back and he was like a top 20 hero, right?
Yeah.
So I would say go with that. So choose the ones that you want to sell, and then keep 40% of them to the side, and then 60% maybe sell them for liquidity. And I think that will definitely put you at a good price. And what MCG just mentioned in the comments, usually when new heroes come, the floor price usually pumps up, and you'd be in a good position because you already have them floor cards to sell into. Do you get what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's another way of having more, I guess, taking advantage of having those floor cards already rather than having to sweep cards basically.
Perfect.
I wanted to add on to that. So we know that the devs are never like it's kind of pointless to take them out of the game. So regardless of the new system that comes of getting rid of heroes and adding new ones, I would you're probably safe selling those like the Travises, the Kippets, the Mikados because they won't be replaced, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So those ones are probably safe to sell, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think those three you probably just want to sell. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we love the devs, but
Yeah.
we know the algo doesn't favor any of their posts. So just
So maybe what it sounds like what I'm targeting here is like selling ones that I'm like think like Intuito and Jim I feel like are going to be around even if they are somewhat inactive. Jen will
Mhm.
yeah,
probably be around if even though she's somewhat inactive. So like targeting ones that I think like could get cut
Yep.
essentially and maybe keeping a couple of them is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
correct.
Like
Yeah, correct.
I'd
Yeah,
keep some heroes. 'Cause I think he's gonna get cut.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because I kind of like have an idea on like who is just like not performing hero free max.
yeah.
Bruce used to be good, not so good anymore.
Signers used to be good as well, but he's just fallen off since.
Yeah, he has.
Well,
Uh,
since they launched, what was it, the Henlo, right? I thought there was
yeah,
engagement around that, but I think he just kind of went dark.
yeah.
So
I think there was multiple. There's a few things happened, like a few sketchy things happened with their LP or something like that as well.
Yep.
So I
yeah, so
think
like I
things,
thought that was going to be like a big driver of uh,
same I thought as well.
one
Like
post or something. Like yeah, whenever that happened, it was like somewhere in this area here, but maybe this is the spike we saw, and then it's pretty much done there.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm selling some of these in the background as we're going through, so I'll have a little
no,
bit of
no, that's
cash.
fine.
Why don't one of you, like HK, when do you want to bring up the marketplace and maybe like we start identifying where to
Yeah.
put some of these funds that I'm freeing up?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I
I
was doing.
wanted to HK and Ray. Let's are we kind of gonna go? This is so I guess I'll go pitch to you first, Ray. What kind of strategy are you wanting to go with? Kind of like what we did. So there's two different main strategies, right? Kind of like what we did with Clem, which is we make a really, really good banger like elite deck, which with him it was kind of built around his legendary. But or you want to go more with what like HK and I do, known as the HK strategy, where you get you farm with very consistent heroes, or you want to win leagues.
So I don't think I'm going to win many leagues. Like I think bronze is like the only league I like could potentially be set up to win, if that makes sense.
Yep.
basically, I'm sharing my screen now. Like the strategy that I'm generally go with, I like built some decks here just to kind of like show you guys what I do every week.
That's a nice deck.
So essentially what I do is like I'll take my best deck essentially, and I'll load it in elite. This deck's not going to win, but it's generally going to earn between like 100 and 200 shards. So this
Yeah.
one is looking Ansem DB rare,
Oh yeah,
Beanie rare, Clemente rare, easy rare.
that's a banger.
So like that's like a given every week, and I try to target like good, like my best cards, and also cards that are like high star that I wouldn't be able to use in silver. This week, I have a lot of like good cards that are not necessarily like high stars that like normally would fall into that like elite category. But like stats at 6, Cyrus at 1, Nick at 7. I've put together a silver deck.
That's pretty.
Also
I
some
would make some
alpha.
changes to that one.
I was told by Easy to play Vo this week. So here's a little
See.
alpha for the
All right.
route
That's
today.
some alpha there for everyone. I mean, I've got a few Vol cards, so
I do too. I got my Vo rare.
that's good for me as well.
Yeah,
That's
so,
what that's on the list to ask
Yeah,
you too, right? To get that alpha from you this week. So thank you.
yeah, so that's a little bit of alpha there. So like silver, I'll try to like put together like a silver deck with like my good rares if I can. So like that's kind of like the plan there. A second one here with Hugo, Ice, Jez, Bread, and Thread Guy. And like these are ones I'm just not trying. Like obviously, I don't think these are gonna win, but I'm hoping that they get placing where I'm gonna
Some
get
rewards.
some shards. So like
And then
Nice.
and
do
then
you
for bronze,
care- or
my
go ahead,
general
go ahead.
strategy. Sorry, like I'll go through it like I said because I want to see like what you guys think of this and like how I can improve this. So
Yeah.
basically, I'll like go down to my 1-stars and figure out like who to throw in. So like it'd be like
Van Ness.
Satoshi and Ness are gonna be like go-tos, and like I said, Vo's alpha. So like
And then
you
that
got how many
brings you up a
stars?
lot.
12,
That gives you
12 stars.
that's
Yeah.
nice. I'd go up to your big hitters then, like a Tyler.
yeah, so like I throw a Tyler and then I'll look for like the best 4-star potentially. Is it Psycho this week?
Mando. Well, I guess you're going to win. This again, bronze. You're trying to place
this
high,
would be like
right?
a deck that's trying to win. So maybe
Yeah,
before I
so-
go DB at 7, I can do.
And then that boy.
Unipix,
Go.
the robot.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
haven't seen
robot
him.
or
Yeah,
what?
the robot.
Go.
Robot. Yeah. And then Vo is alpha, but what's her highest score? I'm just trying to think. Like for this being
Yeah.
a winner, maybe take Vo out. Just for
I
this deck.
I would potentially go take DB out of this deck
Yeah.
and potentially go Shoku.
Oh damn,
and
she's got up there.
potentially go Shoku and Tyler maybe. But then again, you can do another deck after this, so you don't have to like this one can be the one where you put Vol and DB in. Yeah, I'd go DB. And then the next deck, what you could do is go with Tyler this time. Go with another 5-star. I would say go this time. Get Everman Ness and Pentoshi in. Now get Shoku. I think Shoku didn't post last week, but he was on a decent run. And then go with a 5-star now. So you go with
Gal. So what's
it'd have
happened
to
to
be
Gal?
Gal.
Gal fell off. He used to be like, so he's coming
Yeah.
back after like a bit of a lull.
Yeah. So what he spent a few months in like hibernation, pretty much, where I think he was working on his project. He was working on a project, right? So then he dropped his project, like an update on his project a few months ago, and now he's kind of picking up the memes and stuff like that, right? He hit like 1 million on a post a few days ago. I don't know which one it was. It was like 1 million views. Yeah, was it that one? It was some
765.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, 765. It wasn't 1 million. It was 765. So he's still capable of. He's dropping in like the odd banger here and there. So I would say he's a decent option at 5-star. Based on what
There it
options
is,
you've
yeah.
got, right? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that if you work laptop. Yeah, that's the one that I saw on the actual website. Yeah, so. And he did one like he hit 765k after that, so you can see that he's capable of dropping the banger here and there.
So he's like
So
one that could potentially win you the league.
Win you the league. So I think that's a decent combination. But yeah, like I said, you've got other options as well. Like I said, I think the next time you might need to go with, if you go Evan Van Ness and Pentoshi again, I think you go with a 655 this time. Just because I feel you've got.
We go Gout again.
Yeah, you got Gout.
I got Rolk.
Have you got any Waz? Which 5-stars you've got? If you stroll down, I don't know if you.
I don't think I have Waz.
That was do you? Yeah, if you just go back up, I think yeah. So I
Oh,
think
is there a 5-star I need to buy?
yeah, you got rewards.
No. So like, it's a bug. I was in the beta and I claimed it. And
Right. Okay. Got
constantly
it.
there. I need to like bug them or something. All right. So let's go. Where's the filter? Because I haven't bought anything. Is this the filter?
It's the star. If you click the star and then go 5, and just go rank low to high to low, right? Let's just see what's at a good price. I think Newsy and Bread Guy are probably one of the most consistent options in this sort of group, right? They've been like scoring like 600 to 700 points each week. Sweep 5 Galt Rares to make an epic. You got Clem saying sweep 5 Galts to make an epic.
Make an epic. Yeah.
That's an
It's a good
interesting.
shout.
I almost want to send the.
I almost think at 5-star you kind of want to play him. Don't make an epic yet. Maybe next week, you know,
Yeah.
because that 5-star he's a good card to put in silver and bronze this week.
So Waz is like I'm seeing a lot of Waz. Like
I wouldn't say he's the best priced hero at the moment. What happened was he was a 1-star. His price pumped quite a bit. But if you compare with Bread Guy and Newsy, I don't think he's the best option in terms of 5-star in terms of his price, right? Because his price is 0.095 ETH, nearly a
he's
0.1.
like 2 breads essentially. Yeah, bread looks like much more consistent.
Bread Guy's a lot more because Mega ETH, Mega ETH gonna up until like the main net. Bread Guy's just gonna keep posting, right? So I think he's a safe buy. Yet you won't see any downside in his sort of performance in tournaments, right? But yeah, I'd say go with Bread Guy, and then that kind of puts your what you're looking at here now. So Bread Guy, and then you've got how much stars have you got left there? 6.
Yeah.
So you've got a few options. So you've got Min, as he's created his a card holder chat lately, right? So he's definitely going to be posting, and if you look at his last week's performance, he scored rank 22, right? So yeah, I think he's definitely a good card. But yeah, I think that's a solid deck. Like it's a different deck to your previous one because obviously before you've gone with the 8, you got Shoku and an 8-star. I think this is a different one, as in you've got a bit more balance with your 3 top cards, right?
Yeah, it feels like this one isn't gonna win, but it's almost a lock to like place. It feels safer. If that makes sense.
No doubt, yeah, definitely. Yeah, this one's definitely safer because the other 2 you're kind of relying on another 3-star to turn up for you, right? But I think this one's pretty good. Yeah, I would go with that one, to be honest. What have you got now? So you've got a good range there. So read some of these comments. NFT stats has a high ceiling to reverse Bandit. Yeah, Bandit's going to be reversed this week.
Shit,
I don't know
my
if you
bad.
saw.
Oh, he is going reverse?
Yeah, no, I don't know if you saw his post. He said he's going to take a break.
I wonder if it's. Why is he taking it? I wonder if he's not screwing with us.
No, I to be honest, I think he legit probably is because he's been online like literally on it for the last few months, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
He did sound really tired yesterday on the space when he hopped on.
No doubt, right? Let's see what you can do with reverse because I see you've got like a few epics, and so like base Dom, like that would make sense to put him in reverse just because as an epic you get the multiplier.
What does that mean?
So if you play an epic card in reverse, essentially.
Oh, they get a reverse multiplier?
You divide it, yeah.
The guy reverse multiplier, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the opposite. Yeah, so like, damn, I would put a gen in there too.
Yeah, and you can only do one of each rarity other than common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got 4 stars left. So
what about Chumbawamba then?
Yeah, that's a good
one.
one.
Yeah, that'd probably be better because it's 3 stars. So now you've got, is it 15?
2 and a 1 now.
2 and a 1, yeah. So you can probably go with Kip It.
Someone you know is gonna go poop like Kip It. Yeah, he's a 2.
Kip It's a good chance of Black and King, and then L. L's just like guaranteed. Like L's just guaranteed to blank.
Oh
Mikado,
yeah. Mikado sometimes posts.
Sometimes he drops in the odd post, right?
And it will go. Oh yeah, they'll go Mikado.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, Fubar's too risky.
I'd go
no,
L.
I'd go
I'd go
L.
L.
I like
Yeah.
L.
And the good thing with L is even somehow if he posts, then he's private as well. So there's that limited upside as well. So yeah, no, that's actually a good reverse deck. Probably better than mine. I'm gonna be honest, because you've got that epic in there, and I think the epic multiplier is quite helpful. Because I think Dom doesn't get more than 400 to 500 points max.
No.
And then
Yeah.
if you do the multiplier, he's probably only gonna hit you with a third of that score, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's a good reverse deck. I don't know if you can do another one based on the cards you have, but I know
I've got more bandits.
you've got more bandit cards, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so that's like how you're gonna lead off them. Like you're gonna try to find your. Yeah, I've got 2 more bandits.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
So who's like highish star that could fall off?
Cozy and AI Rev usually don't score as high, but like the kind
Yeah,
of
Rev's gonna
volatile.
be good this week, I think. I
Yeah,
think
with the
we're gonna
prompt
have Wayfinder in the next 2
Wayfinder
weeks.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna. That's
Yeah.
actually gonna be a good
Who was
card.
that?
AI
Yeah,
Rev.
Rev.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rev. Oh, yeah.
he's definitely one.
Who's hit or miss?
Selkis. Let me think. So you got the politics stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't. With the tariff stuff, I'd
Turning
keep
out
him.
on tariffs.
I would just keep him in. Just
I could
I
put
like
a
the
Dom. Nice 400 still.
yeah. Go with it. I like the hedge with the Psycho just because
Yes, because
he either posts or he just posts one time. Like
Yep.
it's very like up and down with him. I'd actually maybe
And I'll probably play him in some bronze decks as well at 4,
no,
so that like maybe this is like a hedge against them.
100%. I do that as well. I'm doing it with DB this week. Like he's 7 stars, so I'm thinking
I can never put him in reverse. I can't do it. I just cannot put him in reverse. I always swing to the fences. What about control at 4?
Control could get the. Well, see, they're like kind of like a Psycho. They go either hard or they don't, right?
Yeah. With control, it's
you want to hedge.
It's either going to destroy your deck or I think Summy Fat Tuna. I just realized you have one of his cards. Like, I'd actually take Psycho out.
Take Psycho out and Fat Tuna because he's a 7.
Yeah.
What happened with him recently?
What is going on with him?
I know him personally. Like I've known him for a long time. I know he's like been very big on meme coins lately. Did he hit like a banger?
1 hour ago he posted. Let's just see that last post because I just want to see, is it like him doing well? But yeah, that's that's not gonna get him a high score. I think he just hit a good post. I think he did a collab with someone and the tweet just hit numbers.
1.4 mil. Oh no.
No, that's a retweet. Like he retweets a lot as well. So, yeah, it's that one there. The 24K views. Is it that one? Because that helps for small accounts. I think 24K is pretty decent. But yeah, honestly, I would say at 7-star, he's probably be a reverse option. Like I wouldn't even consider him for anything.
So we can have some fun here then. So Rare Intuito.
I take Psycho out of this one.
Yeah,
I feel you can mess
I've got
around with
4. Epic Pac-Man.
Okay, how many stars left now?
3.
Have you got any rares potentially that you can?
So maybe if we don't do
rare Jen or Travis,
rare Travis, now we can put a 1-star in.
Now you can put Intuitio or BDB if you want to hedge. I don't know.
We'll hedge with one of Intuito. Okay, so that one's not bad. It just really depended on some fatty tuna not.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that he's definitely not going to hit those numbers again. It's just pretty rare for him to do well.
We can do that. I think we can do that again. We can do that basic setup again, and then we'll just fill out the last 2.
What we've got now.
Where's my last bandit?
There he is, top right. There we go. So maybe you want to do a different rare this time.
Out of epics. Can I do? Should I like 5-10? I can't make it that big gen.
How many stars have you got? We got 5, right? I would say go gen rare.
Yep.
Keep it common, and a 1-star. Does that add up?
BDB.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's solid as well. Yeah.
All right. So that's basically like the no-brainers. So there's no real reason for me to put any more of these in because basically all these are revolving around like bandit and amount of bandits.
Yeah. And you've got a few hedge players in there, so I think it definitely sets you up for at least risking a few decks in bronze now, right? Because BTB might post.
I'm gonna try.
I like that. Yeah, just take both silvers off. Let's just see what you actually can do. Like I think you can probably create a one better deck, or maybe even take elite off.
Too.
Yeah, let's see what you can do with silver. 'Cause I know you've got a few good rares here.
So stats
Right,
of 5
so
is
you've
jumping out.
got Clemente. Yeah, I would say you've got two Clems, right? A rare Clems. Yeah, so I would
He's
go with him.
He's kind of trash.
He's a floor fluencer anymore.
Could you just accept could you accept my bid then? you go with stats, I would say as well. Because he's 5-star. I think that's a good.
Shoku rare. You like Shoku this week?
I do like him. I think he's on a decent run. Took last week off, but then he posted as soon as the tournament finished, right? So and he posted after that as well. And the good thing with Shoku is he gets engagement off, Ansem retweets his posts. He posts a lot about Hyperliquid, right? So he gets pretty solid engagement from top accounts. So I like that. If all your Everman Nest cards, have you got any more left, or is it just?
I do have commons.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I'd
Yeah,
put him
I
in
would.
silver.
I would go Everman Nest and take Shoku out because I think you can do something here. So you've got 9 stars there, right? Something.
Do you have a common?
Easy?
What's easy? He has 6. Oh yeah. Well, no. So I like Jez. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
I could get Jez and a common foe.
Yeah, that's what I really like. Jez. I took your advice and I grabbed a bunch of them at 0.055. Bought 3 of them this week at that HK.
And then 4-star Vol. Yeah, at least you know Vol's gonna.
I like that. I'm excited for that Vo Alpha.
I think the good thing about this deck is all 5 are going to be active pretty much.
Yeah.
Jez has been dropping at least 1 or 2 posts pretty much every tournament lately, right? Yeah, I like that deck.
Well, and even based on the averages, it's already getting around 4K.
Yeah.
So even if it doesn't outperform, it's still going to get him decent rewards.
Yeah, and the main thing is, do you want to go with an elite deck to bank in rewards, or do you want to play it I'm going for more rewards in silver here? Because I know you've got DB, you've got Easy, you've got Nick as well.
And also it comes down to, do you care about ELO? Because there's a farming option where you try to go just for frags and don't care about ELO, or you can try and get as much while maintaining ELO. I don't care about ELO myself.
I'd actually be tempted to split these rares into 2 elite decks here, because what you have here is you have a few 8-star commons that can literally score 900 points, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go Tyler,
well,
even
I want to jump out real quick. Is it
all right?
Do you think it's worth swapping Ansem and Tyler in this?
Ansem in that?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
But then again, that'll leave you with
Tyler. I know. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I'd keep Tyler in here because you got more Tylers.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of need to use up your Tylers, I think, just because of.
All right, so then deck
you
one
only got one Ansem.
Something like this as a shell.
Let's see. I don't like DB.
So let me think.
Not as a 7.
I would go easy in that deck, and then I'd finish off with Nick. Actually, do you know if Nick's gonna post? I guess you guys.
Nick's gonna have good engagement this week.
Sweet.
Okay. I'd go for his common then. I'd put his common in there because I think that's easily a 4K. You're definitely in the money there with that deck.
Yeah, but we need another. He's missing a rare though, so he's leaving some. Oh no, that's never mind. This isn't silver. I thought this was silver.
So we do this, and then second deck would look like.
Oh god, that's a lot for only 3. For 3 commons, that's a really good deck.
And then you can go Horse in this one. Horse is pretty consistent every week.
Let me check real quick. I haven't checked it yet.
He's never dropped off in any week since he's joined as a hero.
Other options being Thread Guy, Hugo.
Yeah, I would say they're a bit slightly more on the risky side.
HK, I wanted to point this out quick. I just now checked the HUDs, and so this week is the first week I've seen in a long time that we have an outlier.
Make it rain, Clemente.
It's only 3,600 to get 100 frags in gold, to where it's still the 3,800 to get 150 in elite. So it is easier to get it in
elite.
gold this week by 200, which usually it's
But
pretty
but what I would say is with the number of 1-star options this week, a lot of players will be playing gold and elite,
Oh,
or even silver, and that usually
yeah.
results in less cards being placed in elite. I know. Hopefully, people don't hear me and start playing every deck in elite now, right? But
Play gold.
but I think Ray, the good thing with Ray's deck is he's got top end heroes. He hasn't got ones
Well, no,
that
yeah, he needs to play elite for sure because he can get way past that 38. I was just thinking, like, to tell the viewers and stuff.
So what
yeah.
am I targeting points wise for elite?
38, 39, or 3,800, but you try to get up 39 to give
Yeah,
yourself that cushion.
I think these ones are more near the 4,500 mark, just because of you've got high end rares with high end commons, right? That
Yeah.
usually would if you average them out per card, you usually get like 900 per card. I definitely think that's around put combined. I think you can definitely get 400 frags across both decks there. And because you've got those high star commons, it allows you to mix up those rares rather than just putting one elite card deck and aiming for higher, right? So yeah, I like how you've split them two up. Can you do another one, or I think is that all your rares
Pretty much going to be
on
it.
there?
Like, I don't think I'm
Yeah,
able to
it's
throw something together that's
pretty
going to
much
like
it. Yeah.
hit it.
Now
So-
I would potentially go silver again because I noticed you've got a few, like you've got Shoku, I think, which you haven't used yet. I think so. I think wait, did you use? Yeah, you haven't used your Shoku rare, which could probably do well in silver, right? So
like a
maybe
Hugo
go
Shoku base.
Shoku and iced, and then you got 12. So you can do a few things with your commons here, right?
You get DB Gout
Let's see.
because this one's going to need a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, that'd
right?
be the ultimate.
Mhm.
Yeah, DB Gout. Yeah, DB Gout. Considering you don't
What
want to
about
split your DB as a head, so I'd say. Well, you could do Nick Gout guaranteeing points because you already
yeah,
got risk with Hugo and
right?
you already got risk with Hugo and yeah, with Hugo you don't know what he's gonna do, but at least the rest of the cards will show up. Hopefully.
And what am I looking targeting in silver to try to get?
36. Let me double check it real quick.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
around the
it's
3K to
3,600
4K
to get
range.
into the to get 100 frags. You can, if you want ETH, you need 4,600,
hmm
but that'll get you just 3,600 will get you the 100
No,
frags
no.
per day.
ETH in the Silver League is actually less, so it's around
Oh, I
37,
did gold.
3,800.
I did gold. My bad.
All right, okay. Yeah, so
For
for
ETH.
silver, for you can need 3,800. Now that deck, like I said, it's scoring Shoku less because obviously he missed last
Oh,
week,
we're back
right?
in.
But yeah, I think those are two
My
solid
bad.
decks
I
for
thought we were
silver.
in gold still.
I think those are two solid decks, and you've got two in elite. You've got good reverse decks, I think, good hedge there. You've got a few challenging bronze decks. Now you kind of have to think, what do you do with the rest of your inventory? Yeah.
Yeah, so I still have good bronze cards. I'm on the side selling, like I've been just like clicking away.
Yeah, because you
selling.
only need 2,900 score in bronze to get 125 frags.
Okay, so what am I at now in
Yeah.
terms of money?
Now here's where I think your inventory needs a bit of an overhaul because
Yes, it does,
I've
big
noticed
time.
you have a lot of high star commons which you can't really. It's hard to just play them in elite now because there's so much competition in elite.
It's
You kind
not
of need
easy to
more.
sell
You
'em.
need more rare cards so that you can adapt. So you can maybe get rid of like a certain percentage of your commons like I told you at the start, and you bid on like mid rare heroes. So maybe you don't want to do decks just yet. Maybe let's look at the marketplace and see what sort of cards you need to target.
Yeah, I'm at
Maybe yeah.
0.12 ETH right now.
Oh, you can get some good bids in. Oh wait, yeah,
Yes.
you have a 6 ETH portfolio. You should be raking in some good frags each week. We can get you turned around.
All right, so let's
Just gonna
you want to
quickly
go to
answer
like
one of
you
the
wanna go
questions in the comments. Where are you finding those score totals to get Ethan frags?
It's HUD's Pro. Also, HUD's Pro does it for it puts all the data together, but you can also go and averages the last X amount of tournaments. But you can also find it for free on the mult sheets.
Yeah, the months. I don't know if you can link it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but
I can. That's a Ray question.
the
How do we?
month spreadsheet kind of gives you a lot of the data.
I just
The
commented
hoods.
on the actual Twitter. Probably the
Okay,
best.
All right.
awesome. Thank you, Ray.
Nice. See if I missed any of these comments. Elo haven't released anything decent since. Can't get it out of my head. Yeah, I think for now the top they haven't really like said what they're gonna do with Elo, but
I hope
there's
they
been
do
a lot of
nothing.
there's a lot of speculation as to what they're gonna do, but which is kind of why I haven't really been focusing on it. But I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna, reward
Yeah.
the top players with something. I don't know what it is gonna be, but let's just see. Yeah, someone's commented it in the chat, so yeah, fantasy sheets.xyz. But yeah, anyways, let's see what you got. So are these just the rares that you've?
So I'm filtering by my balance right now.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
Um,
Um,
I
obviously,
would bid on that. So how high did Jez go? Because like I had a list for you, Ray, that was basically made by over the last few weeks by HK and I bouncing off each other.
Yep.
And they're basically Jez. It's a good one. There's CL is a good one. Apex.
I would actually mark it by the Apex right now. The
Yeah,
Apex rare. The Apex rare. I would mark it by that because it's
he's
at
down a
0.3 and the
base.
bid's at 0.029.
Yes, I
Where's
grabbed
the,
someone else does.
Apex right
And,
here.
yep, grab him because someone will. This show is known for the audience front running us. So
And the reason I said that is Apex usually has over time has been around like that period where he dropped off was when he was on vacation. So that's kind of expected, right? He didn't post for like a few weeks. I think it was a month that he was off. But then, as you can see, he's always in around that middle pack. His ceiling's like top 50, and then he's kind of like top 80 sometimes. But as a rare, he helps you play like a strategy where you can play him in gold with a few top commons, and you can pick up frags that way. So at that price, and I think it's a pretty good good buy, to be honest.
What happened to Vitama? Did he fall off pretty? I know he.
yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
he
had a
fell
lot
off.
of him. It stinks.
He was one of the best heroes at the start. Like he was priced so high as
Yeah,
well
he
at the
was.
start. And then what was the coin that he kept on?
Lock in.
Locked
Yeah,
in.
that's
Yeah,
what
that
it
one.
was.
Yeah.
Because during
Uh,
meme season, he was really, really good.
yeah, he was doing well around that time. Now his posts are kind of just. I don't think because memes are kind of down again. His posts aren't catching that same traction, right?
About Shark.
Now, yeah,
Sharku
Yeah.
when the
So inconsistent.
market comes back, he will do better, but we have to wait for that.
Yeah.
So those you're staying away from heroes. Like you're not doing a lot of like really forward looking. You're basically looking at like the next week or two.
Consistency, yeah.
Unless it's something, like super like.
I think for now, considering you need to kind of like get a few decks in, I think you'd want to lock in a few.
Oh, there it is. Where
Did
is,
he
I
just-
heard someone join in. I heard.
Oh,
Sorry
right,
about
yes.
that. I'm refreshing the other screen where I'm
Oh.
doing all this. Like I'm actively selling like the comments, so I'm like refreshing that screen. I accidentally refresh StreamYards. Apologies to everyone listening.
Oh, you're good. Oh, what happened?
But yeah,
Oh,
I would say lock in a
yeah.
few rares that are kind of like that are gonna post, and then maybe forward. You can then when you have some liquidity, you can. Oh, got Clem in the house.
Yeah, I sent him the link. Hey, let me
Oh, is
get
he
him
here?
added in here. Hold on. Is he up on stage? Add to stage.
You can add it.
Oh, here, hold on. Let me figure out. I have to add another window into this real quick. Give me a second.
Jim.
Add.
Hey, what's up, Clemente?
Clement.
What's up, baby? I seen you comment, so I sent you the StreamYard link. I was like,
I've been wa-
yeah,
I've been
he's
listening.
pretty much in the show.
I've been listening very intently. I made a
We'll put these
purchase.
two over here
Yes.
and us two over here. You're good. What did you purchase?
What did you buy?
I spent. Well, actually, I made two buys. So I spent. Oh my god, I did it. So I spent 0.45 ETH on rare. Sorry, on an epic intern, and then I
Let's
spent.
go.
And then I spent 0.5 ETH on an epic gout.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Wait, how much you spent on the gout?
Big
Point-
moves.
0.5.
Let's
Let's
see.
go. I think those will both pay off.
So I the reason why I did it is I needed to upgrade my
Oh my god.
so
Look
now,
at this deck.
now I got this
Wow.
is my elite deck now is me, my legendary Adam Cochran, Gout, Intern, and D's.
Those are going to get you some
Yeah.
massive ether
Yeah,
work
because
each week.
Bandit because Bandit's obviously away, so you kind of needed to make a move, right?
That's going to be a good reverse card this week.
I
Yeah,
know,
the bandit.
I'm trying to build a reverse deck right now.
Go,
But
go
this-
Bandit, Clemente, just don't post all week.
Yeah,
insane.
I could.
I mean, you could play Evan Van Ness and literally just put yourself in reverse like you did last
Yeah,
week.
no, do not.
No, don't do that, please.
You're my main dude, Glad.
My
You're my main
legendary.
dude. You would wreck me so bad if you did that.
No, I won't let you down, Carpenter. So how much do you guys think, as like, basically what I'm trying to do is start ranking like top 30, top 25 in the elite.
Yeah.
So right now this deck would give me 7,500 points.
Let me look and see what you need to
Yeah. No,
get
that's
in the top 30.
it definitely has a higher ceiling though. With Gout you can get a good post in. Adam Cochran's been crushing it, right? Inton can also get to that level where he posts like a proper like 200k view post, right? And then Deez is your consistent one, right? He'll give you like 1400 points, right? So
Mhm.
I think 7k is definitely your minimum, and that can get you up to 8500, I think.
Yeah, well, so he needs an average of about 7,500. We'll get him in the top 25.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Let's
That's
go.
doable. Definitely doable.
Because
Good move there.
I'm basically just trying to get the most out of my legendary, right? Like last tournament, I only got I got
Yeah.
73rd in the elite deck. So I'm like, dude, I
You put Merp, didn't you? Was it Merp that you put in that deck?
put
Dude,
Merp's
Oh,
Merp's bitch ass let me down.
dude,
He got
He-
bought. He got someone botted his account, and then
whoever bought it
just
him pissed
went
off.
to private. He went to private after that.
Ray, how's my portfolio looking?
Yeah, it's much better than. Oh my God, is that what happened? You got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went private and then F all of us.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that caught
It's
me off.
great. I mean, it's very good. I wish I had your legendary for free.
Yeah.
Like Clem's probably making the most out of his legendary card.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and ISO
Hands
Beast,
down.
like
Yep.
picking up ETH like easily every week.
No, this is great. I mean, like a lot of similarities. You got yourself, DB, Nick, Easy. Red Rare is good.
Bread.
Thread Guy Rare. You told me to sell Thread Guy, and yet here you are holding a Thread Guy Rare. I go, I pulled this Thread Guy. What do I do? You're like, he's washed. Sell it. And then immediately,
Was I wrong?
immediately
was I wrong?
afterwards, you post.
He
Immediately
is washed.
afterwards.
I sold all my thread guys, so I'm on the
He's
same boat
washed.
as Clem.
Dude's washed. I spent 0.45 ETH or something for this dumbass rare. I'm gonna sell it right now. Actually, I'm literally selling this. Oh wait, I have it in a deck. I have it in a deck.
Yeah.
Unreal.
It's bullshit, right?
No. That Adam Cochran purchase like a few weeks ago. Clem.
Dude.
Oh
Ray,
my
I
God,
came on their show like a month and a half ago,
So
and I
good.
deployed like one ETH or something.
A lot of
1.5 ETH,
money.
and all of those purchases are up significantly.
It was, I think Bandit. It was Cochran. All those heroes have just been like
Bandit for
killing it.
0.2, Cochrane for 0.2, D's for 0.35. All epics.
Yeah, all have done great since.
You've been like those have paid for themselves since then, I would say, probably close to at least.
Probably right,
Obviously.
especially Cochran's definitely paid for his
Oh
point too.
god. I was so dumb. I sold my 2 rares I had of him like a week or 2 before Clem came on the show. I was getting mad at him, and I was so dumb for doing so.
I have a bid out for an epic easy at 0.65 and a bid out for an epic bread guy as well.
So anyone watching, accept it. It's going to a good hero, a good hero player.
I keep trying to sell. I'm like selling these furiously to have capital to.
Yeah, so what Clem did when he was on last time, he sold a lot of his cards. He burnt them a few. He sold a lot of them. So Ray, you're gonna have to do the same thing, right?
Yeah,
You've got so
absolutely.
many,
You need to get rid of
flow
a lot of
cards.
stuff.
You need to get rid of a lot of them and then
Am I
buy
selling these
those.
interns? Just
No,
take it.
no, hell
not
no.
into.
Do not sell him.
Let
He's
Monad get
underpriced still.
let Monad get to mainnet and then after, and
Okay.
then think about that. But,
Can I sell these Smokies?
I would.
He's been decent. I think Barrett.
Oh wait, he's kind of
He's not gonna. He's probably gonna go back down to a 4 hero though, right?
Once
Like,
Barrett
Bear
cools
Chief
down.
done.
when it
I
cools
don't
down,
know.
maybe.
Well, right
I-
now, I
I
think
think
right now
so.
the floor on the Bears is fucking high.
It's stupid
Yeah.
high.
Steady Ted was it Steady?
Yeah.
Was it Steady
Steady
Teddy's
Teddy's.
launched? Yeah, they launched recently, right?
And I think they're going to
200 Dara
start
now.
cooking
Wow.
it next week.
Yeah, these things are
60%
cooked.
out.
Yeah,
Wow,
over the last 24 hours.
200 better. Wow.
Holy
So I
shit.
hold on to him for now. Well, no, actually, he's above floor, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely
He's above floor slightly.
He's more of a mid card at the
What
moment.
about Rock?
No,
No,
keep him.
no,
Same with
he's-
Monad.
Keep it.
He's good.
He's good.
He's legit.
He's
Ignace
legit,
is
yeah.
kind of like up and down.
Ignace,
No, he's good too.
He's
Keep
good.
him. Keep
He's
him.
actually quite good. Look at
Keep
the
him.
consistency is pretty good.
A lot's changed lately.
I gotta sell some
He's
of these.
going
Guys
good.
tell me I have to sell these heroes, but I'm like,
No, no.
Get rid of
you guys
Jay.
sell it.
Get
I'm
rid
like,
of
nah,
Jay.
nah, keep them all.
Get
Lamb,
Why
rid
are
of
you selling?
Jay.
I would say sell the ones that are floor. Like
Yeah.
you've got so many. You've got 300 cards and a lot of them are floor.
And I'll be
Uh,
honest, Ray.
Yeah, so I've been
the-
selling these floors. That's what I've been doing on the side here. I've been like just accepting bids. I'm just selling I'm in Pac-Man and Eric Wall right now.
So
selling a bunch
what
of
Alright.
I'm kind of
Like-
thinking is, you know how we talked about, oh, you need to save some of these because of the hero swap. Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be still a little ways out, and you're going to be getting rewards. So, like next week, you're going
That's
to
a
get
good
more.
point.
So, I would sell as many as you can, and
Yeah.
then you'll get more in rewards. So,
Good point. That's
it's
a
not
good
like
point.
it's not coming next week. I mean,
Yeah,
or
it's
this
not
week,
coming.
you know.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would definitely first kind of get rid of a lot of cards. And then you know what we were doing before buying a few mid rares. I'd say you need a few because you've got
And we're
You've
looking
got a lot
mid-rare
of-
commons or mid-rare, like
mid
rare
mid-
card.
rare cards. Rare cards. Yeah.
Ray, just send some ETH to your account. What are we talking about here?
But I'm good. I want to keep this portfolio. We're doing surgery on the portfolio. We're not just we got to get rid of the bad. We got to throw some tariffs on here. Get the thing crushed.
We got to
I
climb on
told
him
you,
until he just
dude.
pumps
Hey,
everything.
Ray, I'll buy a shiny pack if you buy a shiny pack.
Dude, I knew that shit was coming.
All right.
I'll do one as well.
Fuck it, I'll do
If you all-
one
if you all
too.
do- If you all do it right.
We're all fucking doing it today. The climb effect.
So you got Ray's doing it first. Let Ray do it.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Ray,
big money.
Ray, Ray, Ray.
Let's see. Come on.
Let's
Let's
go,
go.
baby.
Let's go, Ray.
Oh, don't tell me it's
If
gonna.
it
Rogue.
lets you pick one.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
Yeah, the animation.
rugged.
No, you gotta
rugged with the
scroll
animation.
over. Scroll over.
Oh,
There
there
it
we
is.
go, yeah.
Come on, baby.
Ah,
1,
Tough.
2.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Okay, maybe the last one.
Marshall's
Oh,
not bad.
That's not bad.
Marshall's not bad, but hey, so the worst case scenario where it is you only lose half your money.
yeah.
You didn't. I think you only lost like 0.01 ETH.
Yeah, because
All right,
Marshall's pretty good.
can I go next? The price is going up with these packs.
Good
Because
gone.
these fuckers are all buying
I
them.
get next.
Go on, Clem. You go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're driving the price up of these packs right now.
Share your screen. I think.
You're welcome, man.
1 second.
I'll let you put them up, HK, so we're not doing the like,
How do I
knocking
add
each
this?
other off and stuff.
I'm gonna remove.
Let me
Oh,
stop.
there
my
it
screen.
is. I
You need to scroll down. It's
there
kind
we
of
go.
goofy like
I've
that.
added him. Yeah, that is.
All right, here we go. Big money, big money. Let's go.
Big
Let's
money,
go.
big money.
Let's go. What the hell is this horse looking dude?
Is his name Horse?
2 of them?
Jim's
2
not
horses.
The horses are good. You got
Yeah.
2 horses?
That's a good
Imran?
one.
Dude, you got a good pack. What the fuck? You got 2
That's
horses.
ass.
Did you?
Oh, I thought you said you got 2
all right.
horses. I was like, if you got
I
2
don't-
horses, that's good.
Wait, there's
who's
only
the fo-
4. I
oh,
thought there were 5 cards.
There
if you
is.
click continue, you're gonna get your 5th one.
Oh,
Oh, orangey. Wow.
orangey, hey.
Okay.
EV
Okay.
Plus.
all right.
All right.
Did it end up being profitable for me?
You go next, Clem. And then I'll
Just-
go.
Maybe.
I think maybe. Right, let me go next. Let's just see. I need to share my screen actually.
Oh, dude, my fucking guts turted.
Present, share screen.
Selling this orangey. See ya.
Right,
It
there
almost
we go.
pays for the pack.
Yeah.
You're basically break even.
Right, am I sharing? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go. I probably should have put a ref code in or something.
Yeah, we all should have. We all should have put a ref code in.
Right.
Tell me, I'm not clicking on my pack yet. I purchased.
All
it,
right, come
but-
on. Come on, baby.
There we go.
Let's go. Big money. Big money.
Show us
Come
the
on,
money.
Go,
Show us the
baby.
money.
What is,
I always try to click a corner one. There you go. Invisible card is the best one.
I might share a rogue.
Ooh, another invisible card.
Dude, these are all gonna. These are
Great, you're gonna see them
invisibles
at
are
the
the
same time.
best. Hey, you got
Oh,
a rare
a rare.
and an orange.
Oh, and an orangey.
Let's go.
I'll
Some
take
Daddy
that.
Tuna rare for the reverse deck. That's gonna screw up your
Oh
plans.
wow. Okay. Yeah, I've
Where's-
got to change. I've got to change my reverse deck.
You just
I'll
made
also-
money on that.
Yeah, I made money for once.
Where's HK's at?
Yeah.
Remove.
I'm taking
There
that.
we go.
Go
All right,
on.
last one. Let's see. Hopefully
on.
raise. Oh, I don't know. One. Like so far, it's just Call it. I was hoping to get 3 in a row oranges.
Yeah, right.
So is
Like-
that EV positive?
No.
That's
Nah, I
probably
don't think so.
negative as well. I think
That's
me
a
and Clem
negative.
probably got the
Let
better
me
of
look.
that.
I'm gonna look at fan scan and see because I like that it shows
Yeah.
us the.
Share
Scans.
the screen so we can see it live. What
Yep.
each of us got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here, let me switch to that. So we're gonna stop sharing. We're gonna reshare. I don't need to explain what I'm doing like an idiot.
I do it all the time. Don't worry.
Okay, that makes you feel better. Okay, so HK's was really good. 0.173 PNL.
Okay.
Carpenter's was negative 0.0315.
Clem broke even. Yeah.
Clem, Ray's was so I had the worst pack. Ray was 0.0299. Where's Clem at?
Clem actually broke even. I
Yeah.
don't think you can see the
Where the hell
PFP
is
on
he?
it. You can't see the PFP. It's that one there. I think. Yeah, it's that one.
Oh, is he? No,
Yeah, he broke even.
basically broke even. Yeah,
Is that based on floor price?
floor price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's based on
The
floor price.
orangey floor price is a little bit higher. So
Okay.
based
Yeah,
on what
that's
they're seeing.
Yeah,
that's
because it
it.
says market priced.
You're
Yeah.
going off
Oh, no,
the
this goes
last
off
trade.
last traded. So this
Got
is
it.
what this goes off of is last
I
traded.
like it.
Nice. Part of me wants to open another one. Don't know.
No, I'm good.
Such a waste. Now I'm like clicking again. Like I'm like selling the same cards. Like I'm my bankroll's down from what I was trying to buy.
Yeah.
Clemente
that's
comes and just gets me to gamble it away. All right, Santiago, you're gone.
All right, let's unshare this 1 second. Good.
I'm
share the
burning a bunch of
marketplace
cards
to
right
figure out
now.
what I should
All right,
buy.
whose screen wants up? Put Clemente's or Ray's? I don't
I'm
even see
gonna
Ray's.
go to the marketplace. I'll hop in.
I'm burning up a storm right now, and I'm gonna get some cards.
HK, check private chat real quick. Just well, talk about it online, but we're good from what we talked about
11
earlier.
1,100 frags. That's what I'm talking about.
Where's Ray? There's Ray. Let's add him to the stage. There we go.
All right, so I'm going to be looking at 0.14 lower rares, like for value. Do you ever use value? Best value?
No.
No, it kind of goes off the average of the last 4 tournaments, which isn't really the
Okay.
the metric you need to use, right?
Yeah.
Let's go price low to high, and we'll see like where we could find some value.
So if you just scroll down, let's just see which one's the first one that pops up. Carry on going. Is carry on going. KBM I thought was going to be a good one because he announced his project, but then his engagement just fell off the cliff.
Oh yeah, Yeet is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I did get him, but his engagement just went down,
Take a look.
fell off the cliff. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's at floor. Like you can't really get much. His price won't really get much more. It won't go more. Won't get worse than that, to be honest. But yeah, can you see his?
Well, the issue with him is like he's one of those last cycle influencers who has 180K followers.
Exactly. Yeah. So he struggles to even break 300-400 points sometimes. Yeah. I would go with someone else. I would say.
Keep
let's see
rolling,
who's-
keep going down.
Yeah, keep going down. That QW is one that I would consider because
Yes.
I saw a post out from Imran, the other founder of one of the other guy from Alliance DAO, saying that they're gonna have they took a break in Q1 and they're gonna start, posting a bit more and cutting, he's. So I picked up a rare as well, around 0.03.
I'm still trying to pick one up.
So
But,
Imran's another one that like is
Imran,
like
yeah,
100 and some followers, so he still needs to kind of break out in terms of engagement because he's posting pretty frequently.
yeah. QW has more followers. Imran actually has less, so he can break out a little easier.
the
How many?
higher-
Damn, they got hella. How many followers do they have?
174K on QW.
Yeah, because they're the Alliance DAO
6K on
guys.
Imran.
They're
Yeah.
both. They're the Alliance
So
DAO
Imran
founders.
would be. Oh, okay. Let's go.
So I
Imran
like
only has like 20.
Ray,
20,
buy
20.
yours, and then I'll buy mine after.
I don't know if I'm buying
That's a
QW or
sweetheart
Imran
move.
though.
Buy both.
Buy both.
Yeah, see, I got my Imran rare last week.
I would
You like QW more than Imran?
Yeah.
I like them
I would,
both.
yeah, I like QW more just because Ansem always retweets his posts.
True.
Like there's nothing more than that. Ansem actually tweet because I think Ansem's invested in a lot of those
I was just saying,
alliance style.
Ansem's only retweeting them when he's invested in the project.
No shit.
Exactly right. But he's invested in quite a few of them. I realize. So he's just retweeting them in every other post.
I mean, I just where am I looking to play this card?
Wait, the breakout is imminent, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Ray
I would say-
is asked. He'll deploy $2,000 into a shit coin, but he's pinching pennies with his hero cards.
Yeah, like and this is the
looking, like,
best yield in the
where
game right now.
where am I gonna play Imran? Like realistically, like, I
In a
have a lot
farmer.
of these. I have a lot of these like middling, like rare
No,
cards, like B
you're
Soul,
gonna play him in.
Hugo, Eric.
You're gonna play him in
Paul,
gold. You're gonna play him.
Yeah.
Ideally, you put him in gold and aim for like 3,500 points.
So like, what does that gold strategy look like? It's like
So you put
Cochrane.
it's like DB, and then you go with Apex, and then another few like QW one might be one, and Nani XBT, right? So what the idea is, your commons pull you through with the top scores, and your rares get decent enough to then get you good frags, basically.
Gotcha.
Where did?
And I do that with 15 decks every week, and I get decent amount of frags. So it's either you can do QW or Imran. I think one of them, both of them are. Yeah,
QW has a
are good
3-star
bets
now.
for the next quarter.
And then like, what am I doing with this last? I would need another rare 3-star essentially. So we can keep shopping. See if we see
Yeah, you
anybody
can
else.
either go Shaloms or you can carry on going. Yeah. Was it Mando that went down? I think. Well, he's a 4-star though, isn't he?
Evan Van Ness.
Wait, is he
Van Ness. Hey, so what happened to your? You had some
I
rare
would-
Van Nesses. Do you not?
No.
Did you?
You need some for farming.
I know. I think.
But his price is too high.
I
at
would
one
say-
star.
Yeah. I would say wait for everyone next week because his
Mhm.
star. He's 1-star right now, so his price has gone up.
Right.
But I'd wait for him for next week. Definitely.
Guru.
Guru
I-
If you can get him on a bid,
on a bid, yeah,
I-
potentially.
Can you guys add my screen real quick so I can
Yep.
pop open these 12 packs?
Yep, I got you.
12.
Yep, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Clem doing the Clem things.
Right, dude. You gotta throw your weight around in fantasy top, or else they'll eat you for
He's
lunch.
throwing those nads around.
You gotta just be ruthless.
Let's
All right, big money. Trash.
yeah.
Literally
Trash.
scammed me of $2,000 on Henlo. Lil Clear Pill, ass. Travis, ass.
Yes.
Scam. Some fatty
You got a
Reverse.
7-star.
Jimbo. Oh my god.
Invisible card. Last time that was the
Card.
Invisible.
That damn horse is. Oh my
The fucking
God.
horse.
that was a
Ah,
ridiculous.
let's see.
Isn't it a
Let's
cat?
see what your Invisible cards
Oh,
were. You got a lot of those
That,
horses.
that,
I'm going to
that's so
pack
bad.
It's a bad.
That's
was
already bad.
poopy.
That was atrocious. That was embarrassingly
That
bad.
was so.
So do
Get
I just
Sumi in
add
in that.
fatty
But
tuna
Frank-
to my reverse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
You
is
can probably create 2 reverse. That's going to add up to like 18 already.
Frank in, he's a guaranteed 0.
Frank,
Frank and Intuit.
Pac-Man,
Oh, wow.
Intuitio.
Into E2. And there you're sitting pretty.
Back
That's
over
pretty
to you,
sweet.
Ray.
I don't know if I like Cozy there.
Should I not have cozy in it?
In one of it.
Yeah,
take
take-
it out of that one. Take Cozy out of that
take
one.
it-
Cozy always
yeah,
posts.
Yeah, he definitely posts, so you kind of have to.
So I would go.
on a
You need a
How many
4-star. I
stars?
would go.
Chumbawamba?
Three.
Well, he
No, I
needs
need
3.
3-star.
You only need
3-star.
3.
Travis or
easier.
Chumba.
Travis.
Travis or Chumba.
Travis.
Didn't Travis say to start him next week?
No, that was
Oh.
last week.
Well, he did, and he only scored 200 points. So,
Yeah. So I'd go.
like he
Unless
did
you
it
have an
in
epic
account.
you can throw. Do you have a crappy epic? No, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
So I'd go into E2. Or not into E2. Freaking
No, he's got
Chumba.
3 stars.
How
Chumba.
bad is Chumba?
I'd go with Travis. I like
Lady's
Travis.
pretty bad.
Travis. Anyways, right back over to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'd get Cozy out of the other deck too.
back to Ray, I think.
Yeah, let's get back to Ray. I got you.
Who's I'm working with
There you
here?
go.
You do it. You got it, Glenn or Ray or HJ. Let everyone.
Yeah, I got it. There you go. There you go.
Like
So
I'm
so
still
what's this?
I was thinking this is gold. So like if we did QW, I need another 3-star like Sloan's. Penguin.
I don't
Sloan's
like
just like a hit or
Sloan.
miss.
I don't like Angwin either.
Down only. Eric Wall's probably,
Yes.
Eric Wall's your best bet.
but like
Let me have a look at other 3-stars right now.
You have. Oh yeah,
the other option is like taking a swing on Cyrus at 1. And then doing
Cyrus.
something else in common. Like if I did Cyrus at 1 and I took out QW, I could potentially put in a 5-star rare.
Yeah.
with
Do you
Cyrus
still,
posted in 2 weeks.
potentially, if I was thinking maybe that silver deck that you submitted, you can add Shoku to this deck, potentially giving this one a bit more. Because he's a 3-star. No, I think that silver deck's too good to take him out.
Yeah.
That's too good a silver deck to take out. Yeah. Like I said, 3-star options aren't great this week. Like if you don't have Kaleo, Shoku, the rest are pretty. QW is the only other one that I'd consider, but the rest are pretty
Oh yeah, dude.
pretty inconsistent. Yeah.
Do you think that was a? Or go ahead. I'll talk about it later.
So maybe it's Beanie,
Yeah.
Beanie DB.
So and go Nani probably. Yeah.
Is this
Thought
deck
that
good
would be-
enough to? What do you need to get in gold though to get
Yeah.
any sort of?
To get, do you want ether fragments for gold? You need 39.
It'd be
Or
frag
36. 36
with
this week. 36.
Yeah, so this is likely to get you 65 to 80 frags, which
Let me
isn't
see.
bad. It's pretty decent considering you
Yeah.
risking them. You probably wouldn't have a place for these cards unless you play a risky bronze deck, probably, or
Right.
silver.
Let
Yeah.
me check and go. So for 60 or 80, you only need, like you can get away with 28 to 31, maybe even on the high side, like 32. So you're
Yeah.
definitely good there.
So
But
something
and
to
it's only
note is
36 for 100.
yeah, and something
For
to note is your
3600.
the average is low because DB kind of is on and off. So when
Right.
you take the average of the last 4 tournaments, DB's not going to score well on the
Mhm.
when you select the deck. So I think it's higher than 2800 for sure. Are you going bronze now? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the play. I'm like actively selling as I'm doing this to potentially add people in. All right, so like again, I like looking at like the low stars first to fill in here.
Pentoshi,
Pentoshi.
probably. Cyrus, probably. Just
A risky, we'll do a risky one.
yeah.
Toshi, Cyrus. You think about DCF 4?
DCF, yeah. I'm probably gonna tag him and see if he's back this week, but
Is Kaleo just not posting? Is that the issue here?
he said he's back. He did comment on my post and saying that he's back. Maybe he's leaving it for Monday. Maybe I'm not sure,
So
but
maybe we can get rid of. Maybe I'll get rid of Cyrus. And this
yeah,
one
get rid of
a little
Cyrus. So you
more.
got 10 stars left, right? 2 5-stars maybe. He's got Bread Guy there and
Thread guy.
Thread Guy, yeah.
Thread
It's a bit
guy.
of a
Thread
risky
guy.
yeah, it's a bit of a risky deck, but I guess you kind of it's got to be done sometimes in bronze, right?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the comments here. Yeah. Now you've got a whole lot of commons and a few risky 1-stars basically.
Right. Yeah, so
You did say you were gonna hedge with BDB, right?
yeah. I could do like an Intuito BDB.
Yeah. I would do one with single BDB and Kaleo first, just because in Twinto like you just don't know. Maybe go Guru. I think Guru. What's he
Guru's
at?
a good.
3-star.
Guru's a good
Guru's
play for risk,
you got
right?
11 stars now, right? So 6 and 5 again, maybe.
Jez and Wall Street. Web3
Yeah.
Quant Jez.
Yeah, I'd go Jez and maybe. Yeah, you got a few options: Ignace, Wall Street, or Sherlock, RW, LK. Yeah, one of those 3, I'd say. Wait, and Lil Mulambo will be ultimate risk, right? He's up and down basically. Well, you've got Taiki as well. I realized Taiki's a decent 4-star option.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do.
Why is that? Have you used Heart at all?
I haven't.
Doing really good. I like Heart.
So maybe
Is
what we'll do.
5-star, 6. Yeah, you can go with heart, I guess.
So let's do a heart and Taiki,
Taiki,
Guru.
Guru,
We got 5 left on 2.
and then
We can do a
You mean it's like
DCF and
heart
all.
or
Is there a good 3-2 combo this week? Who are the 2 stars this week that I don't know if we've seen any
There's
2
no,
stars?
there's no
two
really,
stars are
2
pretty
stars are
bad.
dead this week.
2-star are pretty bad this week.
Intuito and then a
What
4.
we got left? 4-star.
Mm,
I've got
Three.
Apex is probably your safe
Apex
bet.
is your safest, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happened with Tiger? Was it? Did he actually get
Giga.
sentenced to?
No, it was like
I
it was
actually don't know
fake.
what. It was April Fool's, right? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually bought a few to play him in a race, but then I saw his post April.
Who's he saying
Yeah,
the best 2-star is? Nowhere is the best 2-star? Noish. No.
2-star aren't great this week. I wouldn't recommend any of them, to be
No.
honest. Out of the
Apex
ones you got there,
Apex or
McKenna or
DCF?
Apex. McKenna, Apex or DCF? I got DCF, to be honest. I feel he should be back this week, considering he took last week. And usually he lets the holders know if he's going to post or not. If he's not going to post, so like for now he hasn't posted that. So yeah, I'll get him in. Right, the decks are growing, right? 6 and bronze.
Yeah, I normally put like bronze. I'm just basically just like I'll just like pop auto eventually. Like this is a terrible one. Like get rid of me.
What the fuck is that? See, I don't even play bronze anymore.
If I do Apex here, Cyrus is
Yeah,
risky.
yeah.
I can maybe
And
swap Cyrus for.
Cyrus is like one of the
BDB.
bad like downside. It's BDB, if he posts, he's gonna come back big. But I don't think he's
it's been
gonna
3
post.
weeks since he hasn't posted in 3 weeks.
I hope
I
he
think
does.
Cyrus is a
I've
more
been holding on to his
than
rare.
BDB, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I could do Intuito.
We need to start tagging Cyrus.
Yeah, see, Cyrus, we need to get a hold of MLO. MLO is buddies with Cyrus. We need to get on. I should
Yeah,
ask him
MLO
when he
usually
was
gets
on the
him to
show.
post.
Yeah.
I think Cyrus is more likely to post than
Yeah,
like he
way
doesn't
more
usually go
likely.
back to back blanks.
He's
Than
got
the other
back-
two.
yeah.
You might not the. Yeah, I would go that.
Same ski.
Yeah, now you kind of getting to the point where you have to do auto and then.
And we still
We've
need to
got
get
DCF
Ray
maybe
some
again.
more rares, don't we? We still need to go shopping with Ray, or did we
Yep,
decide
I
to
just-
pack it instead? since
Yeah.
we packed?
Yeah, he needs to get more rares, but I think
Yeah,
he can't
needs
just
to
buy
get
a
rid of more
market,
stuff.
right? He needs
No,
to
you need to
bid.
bid them,
It's
and we
bid.
can send him out. Do we
Yeah,
want
and
to? We'll.
Let's just go through. Let's go through. Let's go through rares that
market.
are worth bidding on. Let's go to
Yeah.
like 0.25 price low to high.
You want to try and get as many as you can. Like
Like, this is
I
what
would
I'm
suggest like Mando's a good one to bid on. Like you'd have to use
Mando's,
them this week,
yes.
but just thinking ahead, Mando's a hero that he can get top 30 every few weeks, but he's like a usually consistent as in posting. So he's definitely one that I have 3 rares, so like I always play him every week. So wait. Have you put a
What am I
0 in
doing?
before the? It's supposed to be 0.03. I don't want you bidding 0.3 on that one.
No, yeah, don't do a fat finger thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Zenek is
sharks
one
really
that I
grabbed it.
like.
Yeah, Zeneca too.
Zenek is one that I like in this market. He's we're kind of in a bear, aren't we? Right. So I would say he's
So
definitely
tough
one
though
to.
because
Bid him.
he's like liable to disappear, and like if he disappears at all with 372k followers, if he's not just like going with the momentum that he has now,
Yeah.
it's gonna fall off.
Yeah,
wanna
Yeah, I have 5 rares, so I'm playing with that risk right
yeah.
now.
Yes, I've got 2 of his
But,
rares.
But he ranked first like a few weeks ago, so
With
he's
that
probably paid back
banger.
a lot of my spell name.
CL.
I'd
bid
say
on some
Leon.
and
Leon's
Leon.
a good one, Crypto Leon, just because of his abstract. He's pretty
He's been
pretty
going.
active on posting about abstract. There's not many other heroes that post about abstract now, considering mainnet's done.
Yeah.
But
And he goes with
he's one,
Luca a lot. He goes on live with Luca.
and the good thing with his follower count is it's not too high, so he only needs like
Mhm.
1 or 2 solid posts to score decently every week. So I like his 33k followers, pretty decent for a card. Rutify is another one if you can get him on bid.
And so
I like
and
Rutify as
Shapiro.
well.
Oh, you like Rutify?
Shapiro.
I need to get. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I
you tell
like.
me about him. I just forgot to put on my game list. Damn it.
But one thing you realize with these mid rares is it's pretty competitive. The bids, like
They're
you might get
very-
outbid every few.
You need
Like,
to
you've got
like
people
have your
that
screen up.
like, I get outbid on these cards quite often.
You're probably
Yeah,
just
what I do.
like right now. I'm gonna turn around. We're just like outbidding each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, see, that's what I'll do is like I'll have to sit there and literally have like on one of my monitors that up and just refresh the page and just be ready when I'm like competitively bidding on like Thursdays. And
Yeah,
then
one thing I would do is when you bid, always leave it at like 7 days. And the reason being for that
Mhm.
is sometimes someone will outbid you, but then they'll cancel their bid, so then yours is the best bid again. So there's a good chance that a lot of these heroes you get outbid on straight away. But then, considering you lock your bid in 7 days, you're likely to get someone to accept it. Like I just got a bid accepted because I locked in a bid like a few days ago. So it's definitely something to think about.
that HK, that's why that happened. So like I had bid on like I kept chasing the bid instead of chasing or changing it. I would just put a new bid in for my Jez, and like one sold, and then I think like someone bought like accepted a bunch of bids because I ended up getting 2 more right that off bids right after I market bought one.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
No,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's smart. I'm gonna keep doing that.
I think you've pretty much bidded on the ones that I had in mind. Yeah, I would say I'd keep an eye on those ones that you've bidded on, and just if they keep dropping in price.
Cleo's price? Okay, so he's at least higher
Going
than
by
I
floor too, 'cause some of these might be like have a crazy floor without listings. So I'm trying to look at the bid.
Oh, dude, I need a freaking easy rare.
Yeah, some of these cards like have a pretty high floor price just because the bids are lower than. Like look at that. The Vo one's probably someone that's trying to catch someone off guard. Like they've listed at 0.22, missing the zero, and then someone might accidentally just buy it. Can you see it like that? But yeah, I think you've bid on a pretty decent cards. Like I said, I can drop you a bigger list.
Yeah, that would be great.
But yeah, the ones like Evan Van Ness is one to think about next week because his
Yeah.
price will probably drop down. He's a 1-star at the moment, but he's usually the one that everyone utilizes as a rare card. But yeah, I think those are pretty decent. But for this week, like I said, I think the aim is to sell off a few cards and then play what you have, and then just keep trying to bid on those mid rares so that you can make use of those commons because you have a lot of commons.
Yeah, in the process, I'm like continuing to sell. I'll continue to sell.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
After we get out of this, and then try to build that. So we made 2 elite decks. We made 1 gold deck. We got 2 nice silver decks. We're feeling good about the reverse decks. Put some bangers in the reverse.
Definitely, yeah. I think those are pretty solid. And then bronze.
We've loaded up. Some good ones and some risky ones.
Yeah, I think with bronze you kind of have to do that, right? Like it never goes as everyone thinks. Like the safe option never works out sometimes. But yeah, I think those are pretty solid decks. Yeah, it's pretty hard to build other ones out now. You've got
Yeah, so like at this point, like one last thing, like I've tried to just put in max decks regardless every week. Like, do you think I should stay away from that and just not play them because of Elo? Or do you
if you
think
go on your
there's a
profile,
benefit?
what Elo league are you in? Like if you just close, I
Yeah.
just want to see if it's worth it for you because sometimes when you're not gonna get plus
Like,
Elo anyway, it's
I like got up probably. Does it tell you like where you've gotten to?
It doesn't, but I was up pretty high too. I'm not really high, but I think I was
got up
about
to
to where you
platinum.
are now, but I dropped down a ways.
Yeah, like I was up here. I think I've gotten these rewards for Platinum 1.
Nice.
But then I started just playing every deck.
And then dropping down a ways. That's what I
yeah.
did.
Me personally, I don't play for Elo just because there's not really an incentive beyond like saying that you're top, you're in the top Elo leaderboard. Other than, you get the rewards, but then when you drop back down again and get back up again, you don't get them rewards again. So it's like, is it worth focusing on? Like for me personally, I just try maximizing my inventory because you never know. Like last week, I put in a few bronze decks, and the worst one turned out to be the best one, right? So that's why it's always worth, because I think who posted this randomly? I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it was Jing Tao. Like I kind of did
Yeah.
a
Third.
was it him? I think I can't remember, but like I kind of did a hedge, and then my bronze deck ended up doing well. So I would just put him in because you just never know. Like me got like top 10 the other week, right? Like you just never know sometimes. But yeah, eventually you're gonna get to the point where you can't even place a deck. In which case, that's where you need them rares because you have a lot of high star commons, right?
Yeah.
See, you'd have a place for them, intern commons, smoky. That's where the rares come and play. But yeah, I'd go with that probably.
Yeah, some like risky stuff with these like it just starts having a beanie that's not like that's getting kind of wasted.
Yeah,
Essentially.
exactly. Which is why, like, I'll share my sort of inventory shortly, but ultimately, having a few rares kind of balances out your inventory. Like, you've got a few DCF there. So I don't know if you want to put them in. You got two of them actually. Maybe go with is it 2-star left. I would say Chart Foo's probably your best option there. Focus on.
Yeah, so I think that does it. Like for like everything else is probably just going to be like auto.
For those of us, just got a question here. For those of us on a week 7 or less of fantasy, what is the 90-second explanation of ELO importance? Right. So
Yeah.
let me I'll just give you a quick breakdown. So ELO basically, you start off, in like the lowest league, and each week, if you fall into a certain percentage bracket, like top 80%, you get some ELO, right? Now, if you get plus ELO, you're likely to, move up the leaderboards and rankings, and you get like promoted to the higher leagues. And eventually, you get to the top league and say you're the best. You classify as the best, best fantasy top players, right? So if you just pull up leaderboard, Ray, there you go. So if you just got most, like as you can see, Ray's in Platinum 3, but he needs to get into the like top 25% to then move up to the next sort of league, right? And ultimately, if you go to the League One, is it Diamond One or something? Legendary One, I think it is. Yeah. So some players focus on this because they want to be at the top of this Elo leaderboard, and I have my thoughts on it. Currently, I feel it's more pay to get higher, right? Because eventually you kind of have to keep investing to get into that top percentage bracket. But for now, like I said, the incentive is if you're a new player, you get extra rewards if you get promoted every week. But ultimately, when you drop down again and then get promoted again, you don't get them rewards again. So then, in which case, the incentive kind of vanishes in that way. So in that case, for smaller players, I don't recommend them to use it. To focus on Elo because ultimately, when you start out, you want to build your inventory, and to do that, you need to maximize rewards, regardless of what Elo bracket you need to fall into. So, yeah, as you can see, all the top Elo players have the best cards. Raised the shout. I've just opened a few of them up, and there's like legendary
Yep.
cards in every. Like Otto's
Just
inventory
play
is
to
just
win.
crazy.
Dude,
Like
autos is ridiculous.
looking at them legendaries is crazy, honestly.
So
I
crazy.
do have to head out here, guys. I
Yeah,
want to
no
just say
problem.
thank you guys so much. This has been a huge help. Hopefully we turn it around. I'm gonna share kind of like how I do over this next week and
For sure, yeah.
what I buy. Shoot me over that list. I'd love to see that. I'm gonna keep buying with some of this ETH, keep selling some of the common heroes. But just wanted to give you guys a big thanks. Love the show and thank you so much for having me on and going through these.
No worries.
Absolutely.
No worries. It's been great.
Thanks for coming on.
I'll
See you,
catch you
Ray.
guys later.
See you, Ray.
Yeah. All right. So do we want to? We can do one of two things. We can wrap. I still have like another half hour. I'm good. But want to respect your time. We can wrap, or we can go over our decks real quick, and then wrap. It's up to you, brother.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll go through this last comment, and then what we'll do is I think we'll wrap. We'll be on for like
Perfect.
we've been on for like an hour and a half.
You yeah.
I'll quickly just do a quick summary, and then we'll wrap. But yeah, so Legend 1 gets fan rewards price $2, and anyone else. No, if that happened, then yeah, I would be going for Elo every day of the week.
Yes.
I'd be a millionaire, right? If that happened. To be honest,
Billion, maybe.
even fan points at 0.1 is pretty crazy, right? I'd like to think it's at 0.01. I think a lot of people are kind of thinking that way, but But yeah, let's just see what happens with fan points. But yeah, I'll quickly go through summary. Like, let me share my screen. Actually, I don't think I've the malts in the chat. Fantasy.
There we go.
uh,
Fantasy.
right, is this my screen or yours?
Fantasy.
Is it my screen?
No, that's your screen. 'Cause
Yeah, I don't know if
have
you saw. I picked up
that, dude.
four extra Ansem commons.
Are you gonna upgrade him?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
The idea was
Let's-
this week we have 2 guaranteed 1-stars that are gonna post. So it makes sense.
You're gonna kill me in silver again.
No. I can't. I'm gonna play him in bronze.
Okay,
Like,
good.
I'm just gonna pile different variations of
You
Greg
have
and
a
Ansem.
Greg too.
So I'm just gonna go with. I've got 7 Maxies, 4
Jesus
Everman,
Christ.
3 Evermanesses, and 2 Pentoshis.
Holy
Just gonna
shit.
go with a few range, but with Pentoshi and Kaleo, I was hoping they post. So I'm not gonna do my decks yet. I'm gonna wait to see if Kaleo posts before the weekend. Sorry, the Monday. Merp's still on private. I don't know if any of you saw he was getting botted.
Otto's been trying to get him to come off, but I don't think he's able to.
Yeah, he did get
He's
off,
pretty
but
pissed about being botted.
yeah, I mean, I
Whoever
don't blame
botted
him.
him, you guys are assholes.
Like, I don't blame him for being on private. Like, you can't
I
really
don't
knock
either.
someone, especially when they like. If he was just to go private randomly, I don't know about that, but
After being botted, I don't blame him at all.
but being botted, you just have to. You can't do anything else.
Because it screws your
but-
account for the long term.
I'm so happy with my shiny pack. I got a good one for once because
Yeah.
that summy fat tuna I can use with the rare card now in my reverse. But
You got 3 good cards in that shiny. That makes me feel good.
I sold my thread guy rare and picked
Yeah.
up 2 commons because I feel like I'd rather use this common because there's less risk with it. I can play it in
Yes.
reverse.
What'd
So
you get for the rare?
The rare got 0.2 nearly, about
Okay,
0.2 ETH.
that's good.
And then I bought the 2 commons for 0.9 roughly. So it was all right, to be honest.
Okay.
Because commons are usually priced higher than the rares.
Yep.
But yeah, I can show you my reverse decks this week, I guess.
Yeah, I want to see that. And I want to ask you quick, what do you think about my impulse Kaleo buy for rare for 0.15?
0.15. I mean, I think I did see it in the activity as soon as you bought it.
Yeah, like right
I
after you made
remember
that post, I was like, impulse buy, which is against the rules that you set for me, but I did it.
It's not bad. I guess. Why would he say he's back if he isn't back? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was looking for the post because I posted it in my article, right? Like I would like to think he's actually back now,
I
considering.
hope so.
But then he hasn't posted since he posted that comment, right? So it's one of those. I will probably be playing him in 1 or 2 decks just because his
Same.
upside, but it's not great. Like posting that and then not following through, right? It's a bit of a that's probably going to make it worse for him as a like I think a lot of players will probably just give up holding his card then. Let's see what else is there to discuss. DB looks like he'll post just because of all the Trump news.
Oh,
But I have played him in a reverse deck just in case. Yeah, I guess if you didn't see yesterday, Bandit posted that he's. I don't know. The post is over here actually. I don't know if you saw.
Was it before or after? I wanted to ask you. Was it before or after he came on the Fantasy Hour? Because
It was after. Yeah.
I wonder if it wasn't because of us talking about Van Ness and Maxey, if that didn't have some say in it.
No, I don't think so. I genuinely think like he's been like online. Like he's probably grinded like if you look at the heroes, he's grinded a lot in the last few months.
Oh, yeah.
He's obviously been a reply guy as well. So like, not just posting, but also being actively replying to, other accounts and stuff like that. His account's grown so much in the last few months, right? To the point where he doesn't even have to do these. Do you know when he started off as a hero, he had to do a lot of tier lists and stuff to get like engagement and stuff. But now like his normal posts are seeing like good engagement, which is why I think people value his card so much. But yeah, let's just hope he has a good break and comes back, refreshed and.
But so what's crazy is he's been doing a lot of. The reason I'm probably gonna play one of his cards in a regular deck, like probably not a silver, but like a farming deck, paired with other strong people that even if he blanks like Van Ness did last week, I'll still get some rewards, is because he plays a lot of or doesn't play, but he is really big into farming the Wayfinder, all these other Kaido Yapper things. And so part of me thinks that he might post a little bit like an accident, maybe. Um,
I
But-
think with him is I've seen the mindshare charts. He's already up quite a bit in Mega ETH. He's quite up in skate.
oh, so he can take a week off
So
of that and
he
not
can
hurt
definitely
him.
take a week off and it won't hurt him, because if you think about it, if you look at his general posts, he's getting solid engagement, and
Oh,
it's
yeah, so it
it's
is.
not just from like botted accounts or anything. It's from like even Bread Guy replies to him and stuff like that. So which is why I kind of feel it's a lot more genuine. Like he'll take some time off.
Yeah, now that you say that, I believe I'm with you.
Yeah, so but which is fine, to be honest. Like if you know why a hero's taking time off, I think no one's gonna argue against that. And
No, I'm glad he's
be
taking time off for his
Yeah,
mental health.
and to be honest, I think we do give Evans a hard time. Like Evans didn't take a week off since being a hero. Now
Yeah,
obviously he's gone away for 4 weeks. Like if you look at his chart, he hasn't took a week off for literally since May all the way till end of February.
yeah.
So if he's taking a few weeks off, like I'm not really that concerned. Like because
Do you think he's gonna come back eventually, or do you think the hero announcements are gonna come back and they're just people are gonna be so pissed at him they don't they do like a war guy that and just they off it, right? They're tired.
whether
of
he
it.
comes back or not, I mean, he's a big account, to be honest, that has a lot of known followers. Does he need to like give an explanation to his card holders?
No, hell
I don't
no.
know. I don't think so. Like, do we really need every hero to say I'm not coming in
No.
this week, right? The ones that
It's
the
part of
ones
the
that
game.
the ones that do say we value them higher, if you think about it, like Makesy we value so much because we know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
DCF God sometimes. Like the reason why we obviously we get mad obviously because
Yeah.
we-
They
a
mess
lot
with
of
our money.
a lot of whales and stuff, bought his card pretty early, right? And it's not ideal, and I can see their viewpoint as well. But ultimately, I think with crypto, a hero you can never be guaranteed like a hero. No matter like, do you remember Wall Street Bets? I used to think he's like a guaranteed top 10 hero, right? And
Mhm.
he fell off, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of those. You kind of have to just think like maybe Greg and Ansem are the only two, and ISO Beast has been on a
Yeah.
strong run, right? But like even when I invest in a car, I'm investing thinking they might drop off in the future
Yeah.
anytime, right? It's kind of what you have to do. So which is why I kind of don't go all in an epic, or even a legendary, right? But yeah, I try to keep my inventory a bit open in terms of the different type of heroes. But
Holy cow, Bandit's card since said he was gonna take. Did he say take time off or just a week off?
no, he said he's gonna take some time off. It did seem like it was not just gonna be a few days. Like it's tanked, to be honest.
His card's tanked. Like I might
But
actually pick
I'm
some up.
I'm holding because because the floor price is 0.024.
I'm looking
He's
at
never
his rare.
he's never gonna get down to like point that low, I think, eventually, because everyone knows when he's back to being a good hero. But yeah, I'm holding for now because, like I said, I don't have the biggest exposure and I don't have an epic, which kind of helps that decision. But
Yeah, I have a
but yeah,
rare.
I
But
still have my 2 QWs. I'm hoping the Alliance style guys are back. I actually bought him a while back for a bit
yeah,
more than he is right now, but I'll take it still. But
yeah,
anyways,
so
yeah,
I think that's a good place, don't you? Trying to end it. I am gonna
yeah,
pick your brain
for
a
sure,
little
yeah.
bit. Since we didn't hit it this week, I am gonna pick your brain a little bit probably tonight. Is today Saturday? Yeah, today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll send you some deck ideas since you taking me under my wing. You took me under your wing. I feel naked without your help. So I'll pitch your ideas. And then I'm also gonna make a post, or maybe we can do like a pre-recorded video or something. So one of these times I want to do a thing to where my portfolio was prior to us starting the show, and you taking me under your wing to where it is now, right? Which is literally it's crazy. Like it's went up every week since we've been on the show.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so
looking
it'd be
looking
good.
forward to see how Ray does, just because I feel Clem's inventory had a lot better top card, so it was easy to
Yeah.
like do a surgery on that. But I think that with Ray's, he has a lot of low star
And
commons. It'd be interesting to see how his rewards turn around. So let's just see how
yeah,
that
because
goes.
he's getting less rewards than me, and he has a portfolio twice as big.
Yeah, it's probably because he's held on to a lot of commons, like
Yeah.
which is why his portfolio seems to be look high. But
He needs to get
let's see
rid
how
of
he
them.
does. Yeah, let's see how he does. Kai told me not to buy more coins last night. The day comments.
DJ Whisperer.
Yeah, I can't remember what the.
Told me
I
not to
remember
buy
you
any more
messaging.
comic cards last night. The DJ Whisperer.
Yeah, and I think the reason I said that to you is because you kind of have too many commons. You need to balance it out with a few rares. I think considering you're a new player, you kind of need to like have a few rares just because the star updates, they're gonna mess you up every week if you just stick with common cards. Whereas if you have a few mid rares, then you can it balances out a lot better. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, should we call it now? I think it's been a good stream. I
Yeah.
mean, 800. The guest
We're-
brought in a few more viewers, 860 viewers in total.
I think we'll hit 1,000 of rewatches this week, so
Yeah.
it's good. I like it. And then
Yeah.
next week, for those who haven't seen, next week we're gonna have Jen on. The 710 is making us a actual like a poster, a thing. So it's gonna be on the fantasy page. It's gonna be a big deal next week. We're having Jen on, and spoiler alert, we are gonna try to have more heroes. So if you're a hero watching and want to come on the show, let us know. We will do surgery on your portfolio as well. We as in
Yep.
mostly HK, but I'm just a face that has a mullet. That helps. But yeah. So yeah, super good show. Excited for next week with Jen.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yep. And we will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.